Hello and welcome to yet another edition of our compilation of trending stories on YEN.com.gh with me, Philip Abutiati. Coming up in this edition, US inflicts visa sanctions on Ghana. Also, former President John Dramani Mahama slammed for his boot for boot statement. We bring you the details shortly, but first, do subscribe to our channel. To the details now, and the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, of the United States has announced the implementation of visa sanctions on Ghana from Monday, February 4th. The sanctions include a suspension on the issuance of all new visas for domestic employees of Ghanaian diplomats hosted in the US. The embassy will also limit the normal 5-year validity period and number of entries for tourist and business visas for all Ghanaian executives and legislative branch employees, their spouses and children below 21 years of age, to single entry visas valid for 1 month only. This has become necessary following what the United States says is government of Ghana's failure to accept about 7,000 Ghanaians earmarked for deportation from the US. The US government statement that announced the restrictions warned that Ghana will face more sanctions if the government's posture does not change. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration has refuted claims by the United States of America that the government of Ghana is not cooperating on the deportation of Ghanaians from the US. A statement issued by the ministry's Public Affairs Directorate said the government has always cooperated with the US authorities in processing and removing Ghanaian citizens who have been cited for deportation to Ghana. It said the government of Ghana was worried about past experiences where Ghanaian deportees were sent home in belly chains and physically cuffed to their seats on the aircraft. It therefore urged the US government to recognize and ensure that deportation processes are consistent with international best practices and national laws and must uphold the dignity of people involved at all times, including those who have been convicted of several crimes. The statement said the ministry was assessing the situation and will institute appropriate measures within the context of international laws and bilateral relations between the two countries. Now, if US may recall, or US authorities were reported to have informed the Ghanaian embassy in Washington as far back as 2017 that about 7,000 Ghanaians were awaiting deportation. The Ghanaians living in different states of the US were said to be there illegally. Thus, were arrested by the US police pending deportation. We would be glad to read your comments on this story in the comment section below. But to our next story, and former President John Dramani Mahama has come under severe backlash after he was reported to have said that his party, the opposition National Democratic Congress (NDC), would match the governing New Patriotic Party boot for boot in the 2020 elections. Mr. Mahama's comments come in the back of chaos that occurred during a by-election in the Ayawaso West Hogan constituency. He made a comment at the Adaklu constituency where he met NDC supporters and delegates as part of his campaign tour of the Volta region. But it appears the comment did not go down well with many critics. Chairman of the National Peace Council, Reverend Professor Emmanuel Asante, opined that the former president should apologize to the nation, adding that Mr. Mahama should know better. President Akufo-Addo has also condemned former President Mahama for the statement and added that the NPP would in no way compete with any other political party in unleashing violence on Ghanaians. Meanwhile, former President John Mahama has stated that he is not ready to apologize for the comment, explaining that if anything at all, the NPP should rather be made to apologize for making violence on some purported NDC sympathizers at the La Baoleshi polling station last Thursday. Others have also likened the comments to the infamous All Die Be Die, which was birthed by President Akufo-Addo in the year 2011 when the NDC visited mayhem on them at Etiwa during its by-elections. Please feel free to share your thoughts on this story with us in the comments section below. But these have been the trending stories on YEN.com.gh with me, Philip Abutiati. Continue following us on our various social media platforms and let's get interactive. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and do enjoy the rest of your day.